with YouTube for a Klondike bar. Honestly, not too much because the dairy kind of, I have a sensitive stomach. But for some Thai curry chicken, I might do a little something, girl. I might do a little something, you know.
Almost made you love me, almost made you cry, almost made you happy, babe. Didn't I? You almost had me thinking you were turned around.
I know it's been a while. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. We're just going to key today. That's all I want to do. That's all y'all want to do. On Instagram, we do the fashion and but I just want to key. Like, I just want to key. I want to talk. Can we do that? YouTube content is it's very intentional. It's very intentional. It's a setup. It's work. TikTok, Instagram is like just grab the phone, hit it. When I do my YouTube content, I want it to be like like I'm on set, like quite on set, like it's a whole thing, and I like it when it's like that because I want to bring you all the best because y'all deserve the best. Hold on, girl. This damn incense is just like, when I went to buy these incense, the names of the incense in the incense shop, black people are just unmatched. Why is there an incense named Michelle Obama? Girl, do y'all know what Michelle Obama smells like? There was like a Michelle Obama incense. There was a Kamala Harris incense. Like, how do y'all even know what Kamala Harris smells like? Why is she a fragrance? I didn't buy it, but shout out to you, girl. Some recent advancements in my life, I bought a juicer. And it's been very good for me. It's been very good to me. I'd like to think that, I look fitter. My skin is looking a little bit more youthful. But it also could be placebo. But let me just live in my fantasy, okay? Realistically, though, what I wanted to discuss in this video is pet peeves. I wanted to talk about pet peeves because I have a lot of them. And I've done a video on pet peeves before, but there's a few things I want to talk about. First thing I want to say is getting in the elevator when the elevator's already full. I don't like being in the elevator with a lot of people I don't know. I don't like being in the elevator with anybody I don't know. Honestly, I am the one who's like, you're coming to the elevator. I'm trying to close the door. Like, I don't want to be in the elevator with you. Like, no shade. It's a very tight, small space. And have you ever gone into the elevator and it stinks? And there's nobody in there. You open the doors in the elevator and it stinks and aroma comes out. And you're kind of like, oh, what's going on? The reason why it stinks is because that's such a small, confined space that whoever was last in there that was musty, it lingered. You see what I'm saying? It stayed in there. So then you open the doors and now it stinks in there. So no, I don't want to be in here with a bunch of people I don't know. The girls really gag me when the doors open up and the girls is like, is there room for one more? And you see like, girl, like, no, it's not room for one more, but you're coming in anyway. Speaking of elevators, I'm getting on a tangent, but that's okay. I was in the elevator the other day with this guy who lives in my building, and him and his spouse, I see them often. I want to try and speak to my neighbors more. So I was in the elevator and I was like, hi, like, what's your name? And he was like, oh, my name is like Chris or whatever his name was. And I was like, oh, and your girlfriend? He said, that's my wife. Cleared. Energy. Shout out to her. Shout out to my neighbor. She got her a good one. I need to go see if they got any more Chris's in stock because I could use one of those. Like, I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married yet. It would be fab. It would be really nice to have somebody be like, nah, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody to speak up for you like that. Like I like that. A couple, I think this was last year, or maybe it was earlier this year. I was on a family trip and my mother was digging through my stuff and found my deodorant. I used the Dove 48-hour deodorant, and she was like, this is not good for you. Now, let me just say this. I don't know what you girls are eating or what's going on, but I cannot take a dandelion and some cocoa butter and rub it up under my armpits and think that it's going to suffice for the day. I'm not that. It's not giving that. Okay? I need the aerosol in the can. And I know it has aluminum and all of those things in it, but that's what I need. You see these kind of clothes? You see this? You see how the way this is fitting up under my underarm? I can't rub no coconut oil up under here, no lemons and limes. I see it on TikTok. I see the tricks, and they're like, oh yeah, girl, just go in the kitchen and rub a mango up under your armpit, girl. No. Because I'm going to be musty. I'm a large black man, and I'm going to be musty. I can't rub lemons and limes and strawberries and fruits under my armpits. And I know it's probably healthier, and I know what they're putting in the deodorant might have me, trying to get a cash settlement in about 15 years, girl. I do wear the Dove 48-hour deodorant, but I want to say this because I think it's some men that aren't aware. Just because the can says 40 hours does not mean you should be skipping showers. Like, you should be skipping showers for the day and No. That's not what it means. It just means that it's strong, but it's not that strong. Excuse my attention disorder. I'm all over the place. But I do have another pet peeve, and that is when people talk about themselves too much. Y'all have been on first dates. Okay, we've all been on first dates, and Y'all know like how much men love to talk about themselves? And I'm gonna say men because although I've never been on a first date with a woman, I just have never encountered women that are really like this. But men love to talk about themselves. You could go on a date with a dude and he will really sit there and talk about himself for like 2 hours, or even on the phone, like on a first phone conversation, he'll talk about himself. And I let people talk about themselves because I really want to see if you're gonna sit there and realize like, damn, I've been talking about myself for the past like hour and a half, and I ain't asked the other person no questions. And you'd be surprised at how many people, how many dudes do not have that level of realization. Like, will continue talking about themselves until you've tired yourself out, sweetie. And now I'm going to get off the phone. On the phone. I'm not going to be like, oh, you're not going to ask you about me, da, 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 because in my mind, I've already made a mental note. Like, this is our last conversation. This is our last. We're not going to be talking anymore. Don't you know, Shay, though, I really did miss y'all. Like, it's been a long time, and I've been trying to, I just get my creative juices flowing. I will say, I feel really good sitting in front of this backdrop right now. I feel really good right now. I feel like my Joan, my UPN fantasy, like, do I really want my baby? I feel good right now. And I have on my shirt that I purchased from your local Goodwill. And let me just, you know what? I'm not trying to read nobody. But one of my mutuals posted and was like, if you can afford to go to the regular stores, then you don't need to be shopping at thrift stores. Thrift stores are for poor people who can't afford regular clothes. And I'm not reading my mutual because he might watch this, but I want to respond to it. And I just want to say that is not the sole purpose of thrifting and secondhand clothing. Fast fashion is extremely like unsustainable. It's extremely harmful and invasive to our environment. The people who are making these clothes are working in terrible work conditions, and there's all sorts of issues that are actually associated with fast fashion outside of the fact that people who are financially challenged cannot afford those clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who participate in thrift culture, although it has become more popular and more of like a trendy thing right now. People who've been thrifting, like we've been doing this, like we grew up like this, like our parents shopping for us and telling us don't tell the kids at school where you got your stuff from because the kids at school gonna talk about. Yeah, those thrifting people, whether we had the money or not, it was never about that. It was never about that. It's about sustainability. It's about understanding that you don't have to go and break the bank to look good. It's not about a trend. Now, as for the Depop girls, as for the Mollies and the Susies and the girls running around with the Cape Cod sweatshirts on, I don't know their see. I can't speak for them in their ministry, but I know as for me in my ministry, yes, girl, I do have the coins to go into H&M and buy me a shirt, a T-shirt. But if I want to go thrifting, I'm going to go thrift, sister. And I encourage everybody else to do the same. Like, if y'all really could see the clips, and you probably have seen the clips of how fast fashion is affecting our environment, all these clothes that are ending up in landfills. Like, girl, keep it. It feels good to know that I'm like shopping and it's not, it's not harming anybody. These are second, it's the circle of life. Okay? That's why I thrift. It's the circle of life, girl. The Lion King, all Hakuna Matata, all of that, everything. I have another pet peeve. And it kind of is on the topic of dating. It's in that realm. People who talk a lot about nothing. Have you ever been around somebody and they just saying so much and they think they eating it? They think that they're eating it. They think that they're just so philosophical and so deep, girl, and they're not saying nothing. Excuse me, sir. Nothing is coming out of your mouth. You could be saying your ABCs right now. But that's a really quick way to piss somebody off or hurt their feelings, is just to be like, literally, what are you talking about? So I just kind of like I just let people talk. Again, I'm gonna let you talk. Like I'm gonna let you talk because it seems like it's more for you. Everything you're saying seems like it's more for you than it is for me to receive. So I'm going to let you say it because I think that this is therapeutic for you. But there are a lot of people who you're saying a bunch of, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You don't make any sense. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear that, we have a train outside getting on my goddamn nerves. There it goes again. Lovely. When the friend who can't dress, oh my God, I'm not reading anybody. Because I'm not talking about none of my friends right now. I want y'all to know that. All my current friends right now, they know how to put this together. But when the friend who can't dress wants to help you pick out an outfit, sis, I love you. And I love what you serve for you. You are such a beautiful person. But I'm not wearing that. That train is so loud. Do you hear that train? Like, damn. But I guess the reason why the train conductors have to do that is because some of these girls really be out here on the train tracks, girl. I just saw a video the other day of a cow just ran over honey while the train tracks. So, Eat more chicken, girl. Whatever Chick-fil-A be talking about. I don't know. It's okay if you can't dress. And who's to say you could dress or not? I mean, it's all subjective. But, you know, the friend who's like fashion and stuff, that's not your like tea. And you're trying to pick out outfits for me, girl. Like, it never gave that. I know my ministry. I'm the friend. I'm not the friend to talk about sports with. I know that much. But you know what? Today I was in the store and this lady was like, "Do you know anything about sports?" And you should have saw what I had on. You should have saw what I had on. I appreciate that she asked me though. But, because it was like, okay, you're being inclusive. Like, I appreciate that. But, I mean, if I was dressed like a walking bag of Skittles, honestly. And she's like, "Do you know anything about sports?" And I was like, I looked at my outfit like, girl, what do you think? And she held us up there. She was like, "Is this the Bears?" And it was like the Chicago Bears. It wasn't the Chicago Bears. She was asking me if it was the Chicago Bears. And it wasn't. It was Cincinnati Bengals. So, toot for me. You know, I might be a little more athletic than I previously thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to place a bet, girl? What team is playing next week? Like, the reason why I take my hat off is because we're about to have a transparent moment. Like, this is a real sister moment, you guys. When these hairstylists play in your face, I know what it's like to get your face played in about your hair, and that is not a good feeling, girl. But the things that the girls are dealing with, I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. I've had some bad barbershop experiences. Like, I've had some experiences at the barbershop where you would have thought I went in and sat down and just told the barber, like, "You know what, dude, just me up." No shade, like, ruin it. The stories I see on social media of women, black women, and this issues I be having with hairstylists, girl, it really hurts my heart because everybody wants to look good. You know, everybody wants their hair to look good. Between you and me, girl, my hair is thinning a little bit. She is thinning a little bit, and I'm not Rogaine fish. You know, it kind of is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm not really too peeved because I know that like the bald head is gonna be tea. Sister, like, the bald head is gonna be tea, like, you know it is. So I'm not sweating it too much. But it really bothers me to see these hairstyles playing y'all face. I can't lie. I might be the one to pull up with my mace, my bear mace. You're not about to add all these charges on. You're not about to charge me for coming in the door and then sitting down in the chair, and then it's a fart charge, and it's a charge for clipping my ends, it's a charge for blinking too much. Like, girl, mace. You're getting maced. Another pet peeve is, like, have you ever been at work, like at your job, right? And you're in the break room, you waiting to warm up your food, but somebody's using the microwave. And they just got the microwave running for so long. And it's like, girl, are you making a pot roast? Like, what are you making in the microwave, sweetheart? Put your Jimmy Dean sandwich in there for 2 minutes and pull it out. It's my lunch break. It's my lunch break. And you're making a honey baked ham, and the break room microwaves are not for that, sister. They're not for that. You should cook that at home. These are to reheat. It's a microwave, micro, it's in small, girl. This is not a convection oven. I'm gonna have to put this outfit back on and make some TikToks in this, because this is really cute, but this is really just a sample. This was a sample, this was a test run, because we haven't done this in a while. So, you know, I hope that my pet peeves, if you're the type of person that does any of the things that peeves me, I want you to understand, it doesn't mean that I don't like you. That's not what it means. It means that certain things that you do annoy me. Mama is still getting fresh. She's getting back on the groove. But this felt really good. And I missed you guys. So you let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. And then we'll just do like a touch base. And then I'll touch base with you. You can touch base with me in the comments. And we'll kind of go from there. And if you're feeling frisky, you can come on over to my Instagram. Because, you know, that's where things really are happening. But we're going to be back. We're going to do this again. I enjoyed this so much. And y'all know what to do. Go ahead and hit that. You know what to do. I'm going to roll the outro credits because you know what to do. I don't even have to say it. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm about to go to bed.
Can't keep on loving you, loving you. Can't keep on